Do you ever sit down to study only to find yourself scrolling through your phone, staring at the blank wall, or simply being distracted by your own thoughts? Or maybe you set a time to study, but you actually don't follow through. Well, lack of motivation is a common issue that leaves students falling behind, feeling stressed, and unsure of how to catch up. So by the end of this video, you'll have a simple and effective strategies to stay motivated, even when studying is the last thing that you feel like doing. Hi there, I'm Sylvia Browne, lead tutor here at Impact Academy. I've worked with over 500 students in the last 5 years, and I have seen firsthand how our students who make the biggest jump in grades are always the most motivated and consistent students. So today I'm going to show you how our top students stay motivated so you can learn from them, from dreading a vision to staying focused, energized, and consistently making progress. So why does motivation matter? Why do you need to be motivated? Well, if you're motivated, it's going to help with that consistency. And if you're consistent, is going to boost your confidence. It's going to build momentum, and that would really help you be in a better stead for exam day. If you're not motivated, the opposite is going to happen. You're going to be lacking in confidence, and then that's going to lead to this cycle where you fall behind and you'll make inconsistent efforts, leading to lower grades than you would have otherwise attained. So really not having motivation, not being motivated is really a surefire way that you will less likely reach your potential. So how can we always be motivated to study for GCSEs? Let's jump in. Now, recently I watched a short clip, really amazing clip, and someone was at a conference or, one of those events, and this person was a singer and they were asked to sing a song, and they sang a song and it was nice, it was good. Then they were asked to sing the song in a different way, but with a purpose. So they were asked to sing the song as if, they were singing for the Queen, or as if somebody had died. And the way they then delivered that song was very different to the first, very powerful, still good, right? But very different, and a very different outcome. And what that video did is it illustrated the power of having a purpose, the power of having a reason why, of knowing your why. Because when you know your why, that kind of propels you differently. It motivates you to do the right thing, and it motivates you to be consistent. So step one, in terms of how to always be motivated to study for your GCSE, is to find your why. How do you do that? Reflect on your personal reasons for studying hard. Why are you doing this? Why are you spending time studying in the first place when in today's day and age there are so many other things to do, right? Other than because mom and dad told me I need to do it. Think about the future. Think about, what do you want to get out of this? What sixth form do you want to get into? Do you want to be at the top of the queue for the best universities in the world? What career do you want to do? And how do you see yourself in that career? What changes are you going to make to other people? Are you planning to make to the world? Or it could just be as simple as proving to yourself that you can do it. That in itself is a very strong why. So when you have your why and you connect your studies to that why, to that big purpose, it is much easier to push through when you just can't be bothered, when you don't feel like it, right? When you have that big why and that big vision, right? Rather than feeling, like mom and dad is telling you to do it. So identifying your why is something that we teach inside of our tutoring program to help our students start strong and be positive and stay motivated throughout their journey. So if you want to find out more about the Elite GCSEs Club Mastery Program, I'll put a link in the description section for you down below so that you can check that out. Right, next step to always be motivated to studying for your GCSEs. I want you to think about, how do you eat a pizza? Well, unless you hold the Guinness World Record, excuse me. How do you eat a pizza? Unless you hold the Guinness World Record for stuffing down a pizza in one, like most people do, you would actually cut the pizza into small pieces to make it more manageable and digestible. So if we can do that with the pizza, why can't we do that with our studies? So what we need to do is we need to break down our curriculum, which is massive. So for instance, the AQA science curriculum, even just the science, even just the combined, not even a triple science, it's like, gosh, I think it's like 150 pages or something like that. It's massive. So we want to break that down into smaller, manageable milestones. And that could be something as simple as saying, well, this week, I'm going to master quadratic equations, and I'm going to master the periodic table, right? By breaking things down, it just helps you to see your smaller, manageable progress. So when you have clear goals, you will know exactly what you're working towards, and that would actually keep you focused, motivated, and on track, because you're working towards this mini goals rather than trying to do something big that is overwhelming. But also, because you have planned those mini goals ahead, what that does is it minimizes friction and it gives you a motivation boost. Right. So if you've sat down and you've planned and you know, okay, what am I going to work on this week? What am I going to work on it? You know, when am I going to work on it? And so on and so forth. There are less, you're less likely to make excuses, right? You're less likely to say, oh, but I need to do this, I need to do that. It's all in, it's all in front of you. It's already planned. There's actually, I think the book is called Atomic Habits, James Clear. I've never read it before, but I've seen short summaries of it. So that book actually talks about, you know, having these many things done so that you're actually avoiding friction. So for instance, if you want to go out running the next morning, rather than waking up and say, okay, I've got to find my trainers, I've got to get my exercise clothes and so on and so forth, have it all prepared and planned before means you're more likely to follow through and do it rather than waiting to do it in the morning. So really planning yourself ahead really helps to minimize that friction. So at the end of this video, I will share with you another video where I show you how to set powerful, achievable milestones. So essentially mini goals to help you stay on track and achieve your goals. So if you stay till the end of this video, I will show you how you can get access to that. Step 3 to how to always be motivated to study for your GCSEs is to celebrate every win. So motivation is easier to sustain when you see tangible progress in your goals. So once you've had that plan, once you've broken down those bigger goals that I talked about earlier, this will then help you to see your mini progress. You can sit down and you can have a look and you can say, well, did I stick with my timetable this week? Did I do my homework? Has my marks in school tests gone from 20 out of 50 to 25 out of 50? Was I struggling with geometry and now I understand it better? Take some time once a week and really just celebrate everything, every small win, because that would help you to see what you've done, how far you've come, and it would help you boost your motivation so that you will continue. Now, one pitfall to avoid is waiting for motivation before you take action. It doesn't work that way. A lot of people think, and I used to fall into the same sort of gang as well, is waiting to feel motivated before starting. But actually, you need to start. You need to take that action. You need to do a tiny bit of work, right? And then motivation will come. And so when you start small, that motivation will follow. So once you sit down, you might sit down and say, oh, I'm only going to do 5 minutes. You would actually find that 5 minutes would turn into 10, 15, 20 minutes because you're building up your motivation as you do that. All right, so one of the keywords then to stay motivated is to set powerful, achievable milestones. So that's mini goals to help you stay on track and achieve those bigger goals. So I've created a video that shows you how to do this, and that video will be coming up sometime soon. So watch the video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye for now.